Hello everyone, my name is Anil Poddar. So today we are going to discuss about unit number 3, basic processing unit, lecture number 17. Let us go to the contents that we are going to discuss in this video. We are going to discuss about multiple bus organization. Now, in the previous videos we have discussed about only single bus organization where the processor internal processor organization was connected to only a single bus. So here you can see it is a 3 bus organizations. So why it is done here is to reduce the number of steps needed. Most commercial processors provide multiple internal parts that enable several transfers to take place in parallel. So in single bus organization, the transfer of data was taking place sequentially. Okay, the program counter was incremented and after that data was loaded into the MDR register. So it was taking up sequentially. But to reduce the steps on as well as to increase the speed, if we use multiple bus organization, then that steps can be done simultaneously, that is incrementing the program counter as well as placing the data into the MER register. So it shows a 3 bus structure used to connect the registers and the ALU of a processor. All general purpose registers are combined into a single block called as register file. So register files, it contains all special purpose register. It has 3 ports. There are 2 outputs which allows the contents of 2 different registers to be accessed simultaneously and placed on buses A and B. So buses A and B, on buses A and B it is placed. The third port allows the data on bus C to be loaded into a third register using the same clock cycle. Now the buses A and B, you can see, are used to transfer the source operands to the A and B inputs of the ALU. Now in ALU, as I've told, it's arithmetic logical unit. It takes inputs, 2 operands A and B. So the buses A and B are used to provide this source operands to the ALU, where an arithmetic or logic operation is performed. Now whatever the result of the 2 operands A and B which are given by the buses A and B, the result, that is C, is placed over the bus C. So whatever the result of the arithmetic operation A and B, the result is stored in destination bus, that is C. Incrementer unit, so it is used to increment the PC by 4. The advantage of using incrementer unit is it eliminates the need to add 4 to the PC using main ALU. So in single bus organization, the PC was incremented by using the main arithmetic logical unit. Instead of that, the PC will be incremented by 4 automatically by using a separate incrementer unit. So it can be done at the same time. Now the source for the constant 4 at the ALU input multiplexer is still useful. It can be used to increment other addresses such as memory addresses in load multiple and store multiple instructions. Now consider an example. You can see here there is a 3 operand instructions. Add R4, R5 and R6. That is, we are adding the 3 operands and storing the result in R6 register. This is the control sequence for executing the instructions as shown below. Now in step 1, the contents of the PC are passed through the ALU using the R equal to B control signal. Okay, so whatever the control signal is there, whatever the contents of PC, it will be passed through ALU using the R equal to P control signal and loaded into the MER. That is, MER will contain the address of instruction that's to be executed. Also we request for an read operation at the same time. So instead of going to the next step, this incrementing of PC will be done at the same time during the read operation only. So incremental value is loaded into the PC at the end of clock cycle and does not affect the contents of MDR. Now in step 2, the processor waits for MFC. So as I told, MFC is a signal it waits whether read operation has been successfully completed or no. So when MFC is set to 1, it means that the read operation has been completed. Now in step 3, the processor will load the data received into the MDR and then transfer them to the IR. So once the read operation has been completed, already whatever the data is present in MDR will be transferred them to the IR. So what happens, whatever the data present in the MDR will be present in the will be transferred into the instruction register, where the data will be or instruction will be executed. Now in step 4, now whatever the contents are present in the instruction register will be ready for execution. So the execution phase of the instruction requires only one control step. So as you can see here, the control sequence of the various instructions. So in this video we have discussed about structure of multiple bus organization, control sequence for executing instruction using 3 bus organization. Thank you.